Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see.
Hello, Anthony.
More than 500 people were on the list of potential jurors, but the jury will not include anyone who is black, despite this case being racially charged. Fox 4's Alex Boyer joining us now. Alex.
Hey guys, good evening. That's right. You know, and I can tell you that a court spokesperson confirmed that there are indeed no black jurors on this panel. And I can tell you that before this jury panel was seated, the defense objected to 3 black women being struck by the prosecution. Now, the prosecution contended that it was due to the fact that the women were educators, noting that this incident happened at a school function with young students. The defense then pointed out that those were three of those were 100% of the available black jurors in what's called the strike zone, adding that the state struck all 3. The judge went out and reviewed their questionnaires and came back and said that the defense's challenge to the 3 jurors being dismissed was denied. The judge said the court found that the state had non-racial means to strike the jurors. Now, background. Karmelo Anthony, 17 at the time, is accused of fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf last year at a Frisco ISD track meet. Anthony was reportedly sitting under a tent for a school that he did not attend. Witnesses say the two got into an argument and Anthony stabbed Metcalf in the chest. Metcalf died in his twin brother's arms. Police said that Anthony told them he acted in self-defense.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. As you heard, no black jurors. They struck 3 of the black jurors that was there, women that was trying out for it. No black jurors selected. 3 female educators struck. So now we got an all more than likely white juror. This here is going to be crazy. OG, you there?
That's systematic. Okay, they struck 3 black female jurors, so you didn't have any black men in Texas that were eligible to be jurors?
Out of 500 people that you had there, out of 500 and some people y'all had there, y'all picked no black jurors, not one?
And black America feel like that's all right, the judicial system. So you say I'm supposed to have a juror of my peers. Ain't none of them white folks, Karmelo Anthony's a peer.
Well, this here is horrible. Horrible, man.
So, now, that just shows that right now, his attorneys, if they're not dump trucks or public pretenders, should file a writ of mandamus to the federal court and have a judicial hearing on this, because it's a racially profiled trial and we can show history where all white jury, every time a white man in the South went to court against killing a black man, an all white jury set them free. In every case that a black man that was accused of raping, killing, or even saying something negative to a white person, an all-white jury in the South found him guilty.
This is horrible, man. This is very horrible. It says here, jury seated in Karmelo Anthony's murder trial after immigration question sparks pushback. All black jurors are dismissed. 12 jurors and 6 alternates have been chosen for the Karmelo Anthony murder trial. A pool that started with 589 prosecutor jurors was narrowed down after a day of vetting by prosecutors and defense attorneys. One controversial question that several prosecuting juries refused to answer, and all qualified African-American jurors being dismissed by the prosecution. The prosecution argued that they thought that the circumstances surrounding the crime were race neutral and should not require diverse panels of jurors. Judge John Roach overruled the objection. Karmelo Anthony appealed on a live camera feed. It says he was sitting at a table with attorneys wearing a dark suit and tie, while the attorneys, along with the prosecutors, continued the work of finding jury that would give a fair trial. OG, do you think this is going to be fair with there being no black people, no people of color?
It's not going to be fair. But the irony of that, black America is not going to demand a fair trial. His attorneys should, even if they have to go to jail, they shouldn't even start a trial with all white jurors. That should set a precedent. We are not going to trial because he has a right, a constitutional right, to be tried by juries of his peer. None of those white people are of his peer.
That's sad, man. It says right here, when prosecutors asked prospective jurors if media coverage of the case had led them to form this opinion, several admitted it had, with one replying, "I don't know if it's going to affect me, but I can tell you those thoughts are not inside of my head." Another prospective juror, who identified as an educator in the Frisco Independent School District, where both the defendant and victim attended separate high schools, said, "This is close enough to home that I'm not confident that I could completely be fair." Jurors questioned about defendant's age, race, right to remain silent. Potential jurors were also asked if the age of the 19-year-old defendant, who was 17 when authorities say he fatally stabbed 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at the track meet, would influence the judgment as well as the race. One prospective juror, whom prosecutors identified as African American, said he would have a hard time putting a brother in jail. Another attorney plans to argue after the defendant stabbed Metcalf, who was unarmed in self-defense after an altercation. Man, this is just sad. Prosecutors, I don't even like it when if you're going to beat me fair. If you're going to beat me fair. It just don't make no sense, man. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I understand what they're doing. I see right through it. I've been there. I hate when you gonna just make something up.
I told you that the other day, that the prosecution was going to manipulate the jury pool and the voir dire process to eliminate every black juror. I knew this was coming before it happened.
Man, it's sad, man. It's sad you got to do them like that. 3 female educators just struck. You don't want now female, black woman.
Sad. It's not sad that 3 female educators were struck. It's sad that they didn't have one black man that they've already here.
Not even.
Out of 587 people in Texas, there wasn't no black men available.
The judge rejected the defense's challenge.
Oh, because he's white too.
It's just, man, come on, man. Non-racial means to strike jurors. Man, these folks is playing a game, man. I don't like this, man. I don't like it at all. I don't like it because it's not fair. To me, I think it should be fair. At least get a man a shot. And when I don't even see him as even having a shot at this thing now. They might well don't even do it. They might well go and do what they're going to do and just let the judge say what they're going to say. I just don't agree with it, man. I think it's not fair. I really do. I think this I ain't nothing I can say. OG, I usually would say, oh, he might have. Nah, I'm not saying that. I don't like this at all, man. I don't like it at all, man. And I had to jump on here and say something about it on this channel for sure. I don't like it. It don't look good for Karmelo Anthony at all to even have a fair shot at saying it was self-defense. Not with the way this scale is done changed. When you got an all-white jury, because that's what it seems allegedly to be, an all-white jury in that area, and they're not letting no African Americans whatsoever play part in this. Man, this is about to be easy, man. Especially if the majority of them, even if there was some Hispanics in it, because they didn't say, but. Either way,
ain't gonna be no better.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, OG. That's what I'm thinking.
If they get a Mexican on the jury, he think he white.
All now you can do is put it in God's hands. Got to go back to that. Yep. Don't get that mad, OG. God's still God in the mix of this.
Yeah, he's still God, but you need man to do everything God do, he sent a man. So if Negroes don't get off their rusty dusties and protest this right now, not after he gets convicted for life. If we don't we're always reactive. Instead of being reactive, black people in America need to be proactive. And I just told you yesterday, this little boy Cypress, this white man, Robert Chung, killed him, shot him in the back. And his son said that he pulled a gun on him, but the coroner's report said that he was shot in the back. 4 black witnesses that witnessed what had happened said that they never saw the boy with a gun. Because Chung was a Vietnamese and owned a gas station, they just found him Monday not guilty of committing a murder on a 14-year-old boy for thinking that he stole a bottle of water, which they found out that he never stole. And they chased him over 155 yards away from the scene of their store and killed that 14-year-old, and they still said it was justified that that man killed him and shot him in the back.
Wow, the crazy part is there's no black jurors, man. None whatsoever, bud. None.
In Texas.
In Texas. Guys, get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. If y'all, it's a thing where Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf got into an altercation after Austin and 4 other guys allegedly walked up to a tent and demanded that he move and put their hands on him, or one of the guys so-called put their hands on him. We don't know what the video gonna show. And after that, the boy reacted. Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, man. Breaking news, man. No black jurors on the Karmelo Anthony murder trial. If you're still watching, man, listen, bro. Still watching, man. Stephen A. Smith and Kevin Hart.
He's been elected to Mount Rushmore as the biggest Uncle Tom on the planet.
I'm not doing that. Boss Talk 101, man. Watch it right here. Review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.